Yeah, and I'll be right here in my spot with a little more cash that I already got. Tripping to get you out your shot with my skin tan, my hair long, my friend so been so patient. Me at 40 back to work over these smells like a vacation. Hate the rumors, hate the bullshit, hate these stupid allegations. I just feel like the grown is for the taking. Watch me take it. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about Venus in the sign of Virgo. However, if you want to know more details on what I'm about to talk about, check out this video that I did of Venus debilitated in the sign of Virgo, which is pretty much going to be the same replica of what I've talked about in that video. But anyways, I'll give it to you in this video as well. So what does Venus in the sign of Virgo really means? Well, Venus is considered debilitated in the sign of Virgo. Okay. And the reason why it's debilitated is because Venus, which is about love and relationship and having, sensual pleasure, experiencing, just complete bliss in its energy, now forced to be in situations of conflicts, being analytical, being calculative, facing diseases, facing, all sorts of litigations. And here it needs to work in those scenarios. And that's where Venus is like taking a princess and putting the clothes of a merchant on her and says, go out there and do your stuff. Or giving her a sword and saying, hey, fight. Okay, so, and that's where the princess now, Venus, goes haywire. However, this is really, even though this is a debilitated sign for Venus here, may not be so vulnerable to love and relationships as you think. Because, we all become vulnerable in a relationship. We all want to fall in love and we all want to experience that deep, profound sense of, companionship. Here, Venus is a bit more real than its other energies. Here, Venus is like, I know what this BS of love and relationship is. I know exactly what romance is. Let's cut to the chase. Let's cut this crap and let's just balance each other's lives out and see if we can make it. So here Venus becomes calculated. He's like, okay, you have your finances together. I have my finances together. You have a home. You can provide me security. Okay. If we start something here as a business together as a husband and wife, I can probably provide this to you and you can provide this to me. So here, that relationship is based on calculative, analytical part of life, which is actually not bad. They just don't fall for some random person just because they're good looking and they can talk their way into a charm. Even though this Venus does love that, don't get me wrong. I have dated somebody with a debilitated Venus and she was the most amazing person. However, when it comes to the chase, they are a bit more, calculative and analytical in those things. And the sign of Virgo, the zodiac sign of Virgo, represents a woman on a boat carrying wheat and carrying Ayurvedic medication. That's the symbol of Virgo. A beautiful woman coming near the shore on a boat with wheat and these herbal medications. So it represents of somebody who is inclined towards pharmaceutical industry, doctor, medicine, alternative healings. These people actually have healing abilities. They do not realize it, but they have the ability to heal people. Because of the fact they make great advisors, they make great counselors, they make great confidant, they make actually great people to go and have a shoulder to cry on. This is probably the most underrated signs to have a shoulder to cry on. People think cancer is like that. No. Venus in Virgo, they can be very helpful. But the thing is, they are just stuck in this world of self-criticism. They self-criticize themselves. Oh my God, I didn't do this right. Oh my God, I'm not wearing the right proper things. I have to look perfect. I have to do everything the right way. The shoes have to be shined. The watch has to be polished. Otherwise, I'm not feeling perfect. Where Venus and other signs, even in Libra, they're like, hey, I naturally wear whatever I like, and it just is beautiful. But here Venus is like always constantly just looking to perfect things. And this is why if somebody has a disease, they want to perfect that body, that person, and heal them. And the thing is, here Venus, dealing with diseases, dealing with healing, dealing with medication, tend to ignore themselves. They themselves might get indulged into drugs and alcohol, and including adultery, because here Venus feels unworthy. Especially a woman with Venus in Virgo feels unworthy. She's like, I am this. I was criticized by my family. I was criticized by my colleagues. I'm criticized by everybody. You know what? Screw this. What is love? What is relationship? Nothing. You know what? I'm just going to go out and I am going to experience pleasure. That's it. Because Venus energy is for pleasure, right? It wants to experience pleasure. And when it doesn't find the pleasure through relationship and love, it just says, that's it. I don't care for all this. And you'll see people, especially Venus in Virgo in the 8th house, sitting with Mars, or getting an aspect from another debilitated planet, sitting in the nakshatra of Revti or Saravan, or there's another nakshatra, I believe Mula nakshatra. They tend to go into things like porn business and prostitution and just drug use, and it's just because but the fact is they become very self-critical of themselves. They're like, I'm not worthy of love unless I'm perfect, and they don't realize that nobody's perfect. Where Venus and Taurus and Libra, they have a completely different outlook on things. So this is why if a man has this, they usually will acquire Venus who would require a woman or a wife who has a lot of deep psychological issues regarding her own self-worth. However, if the person, again, you can't judge Venus on just this one position. If Venus is getting an aspect from an excelled Jupiter, or just Jupiter itself, or Venus is sitting with Mercury that is excelled, that means it's creating a Nichbang Raj Yoga, especially in the Kendra house. If Venus has a different sign placement and is exalted in the Nimansha chart, that totally changes the thing. So never go on what I'm telling you here. It always will be molded. And this will make a lot more sense when you guys read my book, Conjunctions at the Speed of Light, which is coming out in March. That conjunction really changes the effect of the planet. So here, even though Venus is self-critical and blames itself for not being perfect, however, in a marriage, they can provide a lot of help to you. So a man with Venus in Virgo may get a woman who's very self-critical of herself and what didn't have good relations in the family. However, she will help you grow. She will help you with your business, and especially in medicine. And if you're a doctor, they'll be attracted to doctors and people in healing business. Woman herself is going to be running into the same problem. She's going to be running into women in her life that are always going to be criticizing her. They're always going to be blaming her for things. They're always going to be putting her down. And so these are the energies they have to work with, and from that there's this profound, interest towards leaving it and going towards the 7th house. See, as Venus from Virgo aspects the sign of Pisces, it's exaltation sign. That means it just wants to take all this negativity, and through it, they want to prevail towards spirituality. They want to prevail towards worldly love. So once Venus matures, or these people mature in their mid-30s and 40s, they truly find themselves towards that exalted Venus. Because remember, each debilitated planet is looking towards this exalted sign. So it's trying to better itself. But early on, it's experiencing all the debilitated sign of Venus, okay? So guys, this was my analysis of Venus in the sign of Virgo. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below, above, wherever you see the subscribe button. And if you want to know where your Venus is, and if your Venus is debilitated, check out the link below. Check out my book there, Astrology at the Speed of Light. And when you get the book, I will send you the link to look at your own chart, so you can study your chart, your divisional charts, your dashas, everything. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow with Venus in Libra. Bye-bye. Hey, what's up, all you chaos lovers? So make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and please share my channel with all your family and friends who are in love with astrology, because I'm the man when it comes to astrology, okay? So make sure you do that, and I will see you tomorrow with another cool new video, okay? Sorry, I love my coffee spiked. Woo!